delicious chunks of meat and vegetables in chunky old-fashioned vegetable beef soup make short work of even the meanest appetites.
Well, you got a hold of something solid today.
Campbell's Chunky. It takes care of the meanest appetites.
We asked Mike Schmidt to help us show you why the new half-ton Chevy work truck is better than Ford, with more two-sided galvanized steel, more standard power, and a new Duragrill that's tougher than Ford.
The lawyers told me I couldn't get a Ford like this. Know why? You know why. Nobody's winning like the heartbeat of America. Today's truck is Chevrolet.
You can feel us coming now, a fresh look on the scene, with a whole new style of living, light and crisp and clean. That's why now we say the age of 7-Up is here, 'cause we love that crisp, refreshing taste, so light and crystal clear. Moving up, looking up. Hey, Dave Parker's turning 7-Up. America is turning 7-Up. Reaching up, feeling up.
Mike Schmidt's turning 7-Up.
America is turning 7-Up.
Here's Mike Schmidt. He's playing. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. How about this? That's got to be a reverse pitch. And Mike Schmidt has drilled his fourth straight home run. That is unbelievable. He leads the National League in home runs. He also has 28 runs batted in. Batting average 270. Look out, there's a high fly, left field, that's still going back. Back she goes, back. And it is on the catwalk, it's a home run. The south wind coming out of the south at 17 miles an hour helped it. And Mike Schmidt just got one of those windblown homers. And 3 runs are in for the Phillies.
Long drive to left field. He buried it. Way back. Out of here. Home run. Mike Schmidt puts the Phillies up 6-4. Oh, what a drive by Schmidt. Unbelievable. Well hit. Center field. Otis is going back. Near the warning track. It is a home run. 2-0 Phillies. Straight away center field. Winfield is going back. Way back. He'll not get this one.
Mike Schmidt, average about 37 home runs a year the last 10 years. And he hits a high fly ball into deep center. Back goes Landreau on the track at the wall. Times the leap and can't get it. Home run for Mike Schmidt. That's the 10th home run he's hit against Jerry Royce. And the Phillies have a 1-0 lead.
The 3-0 pitch. Swing a long drive. There it is. Number 500. The career 500th home run for Michael Jack Schmidt. And the Phillies have regained the lead in Pittsburgh. 8-6. And the Phillies dugout comes swarming out to home plate.
He rips it to left. He hits the foul ball. 2-run homer for Mike Schmidt. The Phillies lead 2-1. Some 18 years ago, I left Dayton, Ohio, with 2 very bad knees. And a dream to become a Major League Baseball player. I thank God that dream came true.
Boy, with that, the man who's worn number 20 for 17 years had to walk away. However, he leaves behind some impressive numbers. 548 home runs, 10 Golden Glove, and 3 MVP awards. Numbers sure to get Mike Schmidt into the Hall of Fame.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. out there could stand right here and see what I'm looking at. It's truly amazing. Thank you. Baseball dignitaries, Hall of Famers, wake up guys, won't be long, and fans. I'd first like to offer my congratulations, of course, to Bob Wolf, the family of the late Leon Day, William Hulbert, Vic Willis, and of course, Richie. Richie, I'm so pleased to be able to share this day with you. As a player, you truly had a Hall of Fame career. I know that because I had your baseball cards. Just kidding. And it's wonderful that you finally received the credit. My family and I congratulate you for an honor that's long overdue. I want to personally thank you, Andy Musser, Chris Wheeler, and our close friend Harry Callis for all your support over the years.
Hey, what's going on YouTube? It's Ray from Philly here on this Sunday, September 29th, and welcome to my annual Mike Schmidt showcase display. I'm a part of the Mike Schmidt PSA Basic Set Registry. That's the only set registry that I have fully completed at 100%. So I'm in several other set registries, and that's the only one I completed. It's a 47 card set. And I just want to show you all his cards. I do this video once a year. The first time I did it was when I finished it in 2017, and then I did it a year later, only because your videos get pushed back in the feed. So if there's any new subscribers out there that, you know, people don't want to go back to your videos from 1, 2, 3 years ago. So once a year I try and push this up on the feed and do a new video in honor of my all-time favorite player, Michael Jack Schmidt, who I consider to be, without a doubt, the greatest third baseman of all time, bar none, hands down. I've done this is the third time I've done it, and I figure I'm going to do it on the same time every year because Friday, 2 days ago, was Mike's 70th birthday, 70. So just to talk about his career a little bit, I think it's actually quite unique that as a child myself, to be able to watch a player as a child from day one of his career to the last at bat of his career. So I had the privilege and the honor of watching this not only great player but great person, Mike Schmidt, from his first day of his career, rookie year in 1973, to his last at bat in 1989, and watch him win the MVPs and All-Star games and Gold Gloves, and helping us win that thing back there, the 1980 World Series, the first in the history of the Phillies organization. And, you know, he got booed mercilessly here in Philadelphia, as some of you here in the area know. And it was, I think, unfairly. People in Philly didn't really appreciate Schmitty until 1987, at the beginning of the season. He started off the year with 495 career homers, and he was 5 homers away from 500. And people were like, oh, he has that many? Yeah, he did. I never booed him. I cheered him. He was my favorite player. I truly admired him, and he was an inspiration to me. I played third base and wore number 20 in Little League, in high school, and American Legion. So he was just a fantastic player to me to watch. So it's a unique thing to be able to watch a player as a child from his first day of his career to his last day of his career, and then watch him go to Cooperstown to the Hall of Fame. And I was at that induction in 1995, which to this day was a record for the biggest and largest crowd, mainly because we had 2 Phillies legends going in that day, Mike Schmidt and Richie Ashburn. So there was a large caravan of buses going up from Philadelphia to Cooperstown, and I was part of that caravan, and there was hundreds of buses. There was 28,000 people on Main Street in Cooperstown the day before on Saturday, and I always tell the story that just for me to cross the street from one side of the pavement to across the street to the other side of the pavement took me 20 minutes. That's how packed it was. I mean, you couldn't move. So For all you kids out there, if you have a favorite player, I mean, it's one thing to be an adult 30, 40 years old and watch a player in your hometown, in your town, from day one to watch his whole career, like, say, Trout and guys in Los Angeles and all that. But to, as a kid today, if you're a child out there right now, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, and your favorite player, and you watch him, and if you can have a chance to watch his play his whole career for your team and be great and dominant, I mean, that's rare. So I was very lucky and very fortunate to watch a player like Schmidt from day one to his last day and be dominant. I mean, not only was he the best player at his position in the game, he was the best player in the league. There was a stretch, I would say, from 76 to 86. He won 3 MVPs during that time. There wasn't a better player in the game that time. I mean, there was a lot of great players from 76 to 86. Garvey, Parker, Strawberry at the beginning of his career, Brett, Yount, Winfield. Schmidt was the best player in the game at that time. So not only was he the best player at his position during that time, he was the best player in the game. So there is a player out there today at third base who's my favorite player for current players at third base. I just tend to gravitate towards third baseman. I don't know why, but a player named Nolan Arenado. And a lot of people like Trout today, and deservedly so. My favorite player today is Nolan Arenado. He's a great player. My son and I looked at the Phillies calendar this year, and we picked out the Colorado Rockies to see when they were coming to town so we could see Nolan Arenado. And he made a great play at third base, didn't disappoint, and there was fans around us even saying, wow, this guy's special. And I never hear that from Philly fans around me talking about an opposing player. So he is a great player. Is he the greatest of all time at third base? We'll see, but right now, absolutely not. And he's my favorite player. But I'll anoint him as the GOAT at third base when he wins 4 MVPs. Schmidt won 3. Even if he wins 3, he's won 10 Gold Gloves, Schmidt, so Arenado's got to get to 11. Schmidt's been to a couple World Series and won a World Series MVP. He was dominating in his game. He was the best player in the game. Arenado might be the best player right now at third base, but he's not the best player even in the game. That goes to Trout. So he's got a chance, and I'm pulling for him because, like I said, he's my favorite player. I think he has a great shot at being the GOAT at third base, but not right now. Schmidt, 3 MVPs, could hit for power, could hit for average, had speed, had a rocket for an arm, and was a fantastic fielding third baseman. He was the guy that started the barehanded play at third base. You couldn't bunt on Schmidt. Schmidt played deep at third. He hugged the line. He didn't have to get the plays in the hole because he knew he had Boa at shortstop, so Schmidt hugged the line, and you couldn't bunt on him because he made the barehanded play and had a rocket for an arm and gunned you out. So the guy was absolutely dominating, not only at his position, but in the game at that time. So I like I said, I love Nolan Arenado. I think he's an absolutely fantastic player. He's my favorite player. But when I see him win 3 or 4 MVPs and win a World Series MVP and get to a couple World Series and hit over 548 homers and win 11 Gold Gloves at that time, I can't do it. Schmidt was a special player. So I'm going to show the display case now. I hope there's no glare. I didn't want to take them out and put them on a table or a floor or anything like that, but I'm going to try my best not to have glare and go through the career of the amazing player, Michael Jack Schmidt. Okay, and we're back, and here is the complete Mike Schmidt PSA set registry display case. Starting with the rookie, 73 tops. Let me get up here a little closer. In a PSA 8, this card I submitted wrong. Luckily, it came back in 8. There's the 74 tops, 8, 75 tops, and an 8, 76, and there's 77 and a 9, 78 and a 9, There's a 79. That's my favorite Schmidt card, 1980, and a 9. Then we got the 281 Donnerses. Then head on down here, the second row. We have the 81 Fleer and a Gem Mint 10, 81 Tops and a 9, 81 Fleer, 82 Donners, 82 Fleer, 82 Tops, 83 Donners, 83 Fleer, 83 Tops, and one of my favorites, the 84 Donners. Head on down here, and we have the 84 Fleer back there in the corner. Sorry for the glare on that. 84 Tops, Gem Mint 10, 85 Donners, 85 Tops, 85 Leaf, 85 Fleer, 86 Fleer, 86 Donners, 86 Leaf, and 86 Tops. I might upgrade that 86 Tops to a 10. And then we come on down to the fourth row. We have 87 Donners, 87 Fleer, 87 Leaf, 87 Tops, 88 Donners, 88 Fleer, 88 Leaf, that was a really tough one to find, 88 Score, 88 Tops, and 89 Bowman. And then we come down to the last row. We have 89 Donners, 89 Fleer, 89 Score, 89 Tops, 89 Upper Deck, and then these are his last cards, 90 Donners, 90 Upper Deck, and that's actually the last card is the 90 Upper Deck. So I had 3 slots open, so I filled them in with the 78 Kellogg's, an autograph card, 2014 Topps Finest, and a 1975 SSPC. So there you have it. Thanks for tuning in to my annual yearly Mike Schmidt PSA set registry showcase. And it was in honor of his 70th birthday. Appreciate you tuning in. Thanks for all your likes and comments. And stay tuned. Keep on collecting and have fun with it. Bye-bye.